we are going to, I will show you a bit what is the external action of the European Union in energy policy, and then we will look also at the local action within the European Union on the energy policy. As regards to the external action, so what the European Union is doing at the international level, we already seen a little bit, but now try to make a more comprehensive discourse on this. We talk about energy policy. We distinguish normally what is the policy within the neighborhood policy, the energy dialogues with some third countries, and some actions taken by the European Union in the implementation of the Paris Agreement at the EU, but also at the international level. To start with how the European Union is acting at the international level. As I told you, there is, as regards to the so-called energy dialogues. What are these energy dialogues? There are, some dialogues. It means that the European Union is meeting with some third countries, which are the main energy suppliers of the European Union. Especially Norway, Russia, and the Gulf states, and especially with Russia, which is the main supplier of the European Union for crude oil, natural gas, and solid fossil fuel, and also Norway and the Gulf states are big suppliers of energy to the European Union. With these countries, it's quite interesting because it's not that you have a treaty which is implemented. It's more the dialogue is more flexible. It means because it is based maybe on each year or even more during the year. The European Union meets with these countries in order to understand what is the demand of energy the demand of energy for the European Union, and how to better cooperate with these countries. And in a minute, I will show you what is doing, for example, with Russia. And also with these energy dialogues are also with the other regions of the world, which are also energy suppliers, even though these three countries that I mentioned are the main energy suppliers for the European Union. And also at the international level, it cooperates, we already seen with the International Atomic Energy Agency, and also within the International Energy Forum, and this also we will see in a minute what is this initiative, which is quite interesting. And also the European Union cooperates with the United Nations. The United Nations is supporting different programs for sustainable energy. And this something that relates also to what I was mentioning before, to the implementation of the Paris Agreement goals through energy policies. And this is something that the European Union is doing mainly within the European Union programs aimed at achieving sustainable energy. And for the neighborhood policies, and so the policies that the European Union has also with the countries which are closer to the borders, it is very interesting. This Energy Community Treaty, which also I will show you in a minute, is a treaty with mainly with the European, with countries from the European region. And it was signed and ratified. It was established in order to integrate energy markets in the region. And then I will show you in a moment what it is. As regards the International Energy Forum, this is a very interesting forum. It's a forum. What does it mean? It means it's a platform. Where that gathers not only states but also stakeholders which meet regularly in order to talk about energy issues. Okay, and there are countries, there are 70 member countries, and also member states. All member states are party to it. The European Union is an observer when it comes to this forum, and also Russia is part of it. Ukraine is not yet part of it, but then I will also leave here the link to this, to the website of the forum, where also you have the list of all the states which are regularly part of this forum. And the member states have signed this International Energy Forum Charter, which, even though it is called a charter, it is not a treaty. It is a political document. It is a political commitment, and it sets out which should be sets out some political commitments of the states in order to achieve, especially sustainable, to achieve energy goals in a sustainable way. So how to improve, for example, energy infrastructures in a more sustainable way. So how states should also can cooperate towards these goals. And for within the neighborhood policy, the European Union is also part of the Energy Community Treaty. The Energy Community Treaty is this treaty which was signed in 2005, entered into force in 2006, and the Energy Community Treaty established the Energy Community, which is an international organization. Okay, the International Energy Forum is not an organization; it's just a platform for discussion. In this case, instead, you have an organization where there are member states. These are the states which are members to the energy community. You see in blue, you have the European Union member states. You have Norway and Turkey as observer. And in yellow, the states party to the energy community, but which are not party to the European Union. This is why they have different colors. And so this, what this energy community does is an organization who supervises, again, the market when it comes to energy, and also especially it promotes the building of energy infrastructure, for example, power generation networks, and it is and also it's a place, and it also it's. One of its goals is to attract as many investors as possible in the energy market, and so this is a regional organization. Okay, as you see, these are the members, and it's not open to international members. It is meant to remain within the members of the European region. And also here I leave you the link if you are interested. Also, you have some. You have some words, they spent some words on the initiative, infrastructure that they are doing, but fortunately in this case you have not so many information disclosed, because many of the infrastructure are also funded by private investors, so I assume that they don't want also to have so many information disclosed. But you have a little bit of what they're doing. They are mainly involved in the construction, for example, for energy pipelines, so they supervise a little bit also this kind of infrastructure. And to spend word also on the energy dialogues. I was talking before this format that the European Union has with third countries who are the main energy suppliers. For the European Union, they have this so-called energy dialogue. And one of the most important is with Russia. As I told you, Russia is the main supplier for natural gas, especially 69% of the gas coming into Europe comes from Russia, and also crude oil and solid fossil fuel. And these energy dialogues, what do they do? Well, they exchange information on some legislative initiatives that are ongoing, both in Russia and within Europe, so that they try to understand, they try to align also the scope of the legislative initiatives, and they facilitate. They facilitated the increase of environmentally friendly technologies and energy resources. So it is also a moment where they are trying to exchange some knowledge and know-how on how to produce energy in a more hopefully in a more sustainable way. And also they set some roadmaps like this one. This one is one of the latest roadmap on the energy cooperation until 2050, and it is public. I also left you the link, so you can check. It is not that long because it's more a political commitment, so you don't have many detailed information here, but you have some of the main goals that both parties have agreed to work on. And as I told you, energy policy is also instrumental to achieve a climate change policy. So these two big policies are sometimes interlinked. So this is the European Union, as you know, is very active also in international climate talks, and in achieving climate goals, it also uses also energy policy. Because, in fact, when it comes, for example, to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions, most of the reduction comes from the energy sector, or it is meant to come from the energy sector. And in this, also the European Union is counting also on the role of local authorities. And this is something that so the next talk will be on how